The beginning of the academic year is often a time of frustration for many young people wanting to gain access to institutions of higher education. Accommodation challenges and delayed Nsfas allocations are some of the issues raised by these students at the University of the Free State. They also lament the lack of response from relevant authorities on their issues. And with this being the final week of registration, tensions are running high among students.
We are having a crisis of students who are still awaiting their Nsfas appeals from the previous year, which is about 500 plus. Then we must also understand and appreciate the fact that we have more than 10,000 students who are dependent on Nsfas, and not even half of those students got their allocations this week, which is then a burning crisis. And those who actually happened to get those allocations cannot actually register currently, because either due to outstanding fees that have been caused by Nsfas the previous year, wherein they are being told that we'll clean up your outstanding fees as part of mop-up payments, but they're currently still not cleaning them. And hence we find ourselves where we are now.
Outstanding fees remain a contentious issue, as the university policy states it will only register students whose accounts have been settled or who owe less than 35,000 rand. Students say they have requested the institution to increase this amount to 100,000 rand.
And this is why perhaps we're also calling on the Department of Higher Education to actually intervene in such instances, because we do not understand why we are finding ourselves with a crisis of students who are continuously being defunded over the years and are being left with outstanding tuition fees. And it's rather unfortunate that some of them, you'll find that these are final year students who have to go and graduate and go and change their families' backgrounds and so forth, but unfortunately cannot. And rather instead, these students graduate with portrait pictures instead of their certificates, and these are certificates that must give them employment at the end of the day.
Some new students who arrived at the campus were told that they had not been allocated space or that the institution was full. Frustrated parents spent the weekend sleeping at the campus after being told that offers had been withdrawn.
I did arrive on Thursday and I didn't able to register my child, because when we come here they said our offers are withdrawn, and then they said we must go to ask at education. When we go there, they say our offers withdrawn. And then we ask them why. They tell us that it's full.
We are so frustrated. We don't have a money to go back. We are hungry because we don't want to be. We don't want to do anything that is causing trouble. But at this point, we just want anyone who can assist and do things for this to be a resolution on it. So what I can say is that we are not happy. Our children are crying a lot, and we are also in deep sadness about this thing.
The University of the Free State spokesperson Lashia Loda says the institution has granted financial concessions to returning Nsfas funded students, first time entering Nsfas funded students, and returning self-paying South African students to enable them to register for the 2025 academic year.
It is important to note that the University of the Free State's registration process is still underway and that students can register until Friday, the 7th of February. The university management is aware of outstanding matters students are experiencing with this National Student Financial Aid Scheme and is in constant contact with Nsfas to resolve these outstanding matters. The university's financial working group, which includes representatives of the Institutional Student Representative Council, meets regularly to determine how it can best assist students, taking into consideration the financial constraints of the university.
The faculties of Education and Humanities were mentioned by students and parents as causing confusion relating to the acceptance of students. Kamagalo Siekwi, SABC News, Bloemfontein.